going to be the hardest video I've ever made in my life. I'm going bankrupt, and I'm afraid it's not clickbait. This is the story of how I'm going bankrupt. You may wonder how a seemingly successful professional gambler and web publisher can go bankrupt. After all, I'm known for beating casinos by counting cards in blackjack, making six figures in sports betting, and more recently, running websites in my pajamas by working only 4 hours a week. Well, let's start from the beginning, because this is not the first time I faced bankruptcy, or watch a train go by.
Τρίτη 2 Απριλίου 2024 και όπως ήταν αναμενόμενο είχαμε κάποιες δύσκολες συζητήσεις πρωί-πρωί με τη ζωή. I'm racing against time.
Back in 2003, casinos didn't allow me to play blackjack. I had been counting cards every day for a whole year. I thought they hadn't noticed me, but the last month that I played there, I made 10,000 euros. They showed me the door, and I got off the first train I caught in life. With no student loans to my name and still living with my parents, I wasn't going bankrupt, but my income went to zero overnight. I returned to my chemical engineering studies. Still, I was looking to find another way to make money similar to blackjack. I spent the summer digging into the internet, and in 2004, I found sports trading. Sports trading, it's like trading in the stock market, but instead of stocks, you trade betting odds. For a full explanation, I'll have a link in the description below. Starting with 500 euros, I was making 3,000 euros a month in the beginning. Eventually, I made almost 100,000 euros in the first year as an odds trader. I was 25 at the time and over the moon. I was riding a better train this time. That's when I made one of my biggest financial mistakes, buying an expensive car with half of that money. If I had invested that money, 50k that is, in SP500, I would now be 200k richer. If you are young, hear me out. Don't spend before you are 35. Invest everything and work like crazy. At 45 like I am today, you won't have that luxury. But you don't have to listen to me. Do as I did. It didn't work for me. I hope it works for you. Sports trading didn't last long either. 3 years later, I couldn't make it pay. So I jumped off my second train in life. Still living with my parents, I wasn't going bankrupt, but once again my income was zero. Again I went hunting for the next money-making endeavor. It didn't take me long to start playing online poker shortly after.
Το πάνω του, σε φέτες. Χωρίς ουσία.
It was now 2008, the golden era of online poker. I had another train to catch. During my best month in poker, I made more than 60k. That's $60,000 net profit in 30 days. My bankroll was experiencing swings of 25k per day, and it was nearing 200k. But until I get that money in my hands, it's just numbers on a screen. I was a regular in high-stakes cash games, and once again, over the moon. Then my confidence was shattered, as I ran very cold. Running cold in gambling means I am betting on tails during 100 coin tosses, and I only win 10 times instead of 50. I dropped stakes to preserve my capital, and I was playing with scared money. Oh, do I have another piece of advice for you. Never risk money when you are afraid. You'll never make good decisions. Again, you don't have to listen to me, it just happens that it didn't work for me. During this time, I got married. I kept playing poker, but it was clear as day I couldn't make a meaningful income. Then the US legal system came down on online poker on what's known as Black Friday in poker. Again, I was out of business. Third train, gone.
Καλημέρα.
Meanwhile, I was building my blog and other websites. My Greek blog had started becoming popular and profitable when they let me know that state authorities were watching over my shoulder.
Always be budgeting, especially now.
I wasn't doing anything illegal, but I was operating in a grey market, so to speak. Gambling has always been that kind of market, even today. Anyway, that's a whole story for another video. Long story short, I took the website down and ended all partnerships. Income zero. Time to become a dad, I suppose. I can see you laughing now. Yes, looking back, I myself wonder what I was thinking at several points in my life. Anyway, one of my other websites, which is totally irrelevant to gambling, had begun getting significant traffic, talking about thousands of visitors per day. And I had published only 5 articles there. I quit poker entirely, focused on that website, and began making $2,000 a month in profit. Constantly. With no variance. While I was sleeping. I could now call myself a web publisher, or a solo entrepreneur, or any other title that could make me look professional, because I wasn't. And we come to this very week that I'm making this video. The week that everything fell apart because of a Google update. The website is losing top rankings in the search engine. The site no longer ranks for 70% of the keywords it used to rank for 6 months ago. Traffic is down 50%, and by the looks of it, it will continue losing traffic. No matter what I do, Google doesn't love it anymore. I'm holding on to the train for my dear life. I'm going to income zero for the 4th time. Only now, people depend on me. And this time, I am going bankrupt. With bills to pay, a family to raise, and not enough income, that's how you go bankrupt.
I recently read somewhere this: respect to those who are taking their fights, who are having their battles in total silence. That resonated a lot with me. So this video is helping me feel better and break my silence. Because at the end of the day, whenever I don't feel good, well, in fact, when I feel terrible, I cannot make good decisions.
So Jim, why do you make this video? Shouldn't you be working on recovering the website? Yes, I should, and I am. But I'm working on that 12 hours a day for 2 weeks now. I sleep 5 hours a day max. I have panic attacks and severe anxiety. I need a break. I need to share this story. Maybe I'm doing it for my daughter. Perhaps my story will go viral one day that I won't be around. And then she is the one who gets all the rewards from my work. Because right now, it looks like I will leave nothing behind for her. Oh, did I tell you that she didn't go to school today because she's sick and she's watching TV in the living room? Yes, absolutely nothing seems to work lately. So, this is the story of how I'm going bankrupt.